Robert, you just got finished with the training session with Jesse Bam Rodriguez, getting ready for his title unification fight against Sonny Edwards December 16th. This is another big step up for Bam as he continues building on his ascending career. Great opportunity. How are you guys preparing for this camp, and what has been different for this specific training camp?
Look, this is a very important fight. It's a unification fight. It's very rare when you see those type of fights, especially in smaller weight classes. It's getting a lot of attention. Matchroom has done a great job. Helping build this fight, and so has Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards has, been open, saying a lot of things, about the fight, which is good. It's good for the fight. I think it's gonna be a great event. We're happy to be part of it. Bam at 23 could already, could be a 3-time champion of the world, unified, 2-division champion. That's big time. I'm not saying that's breaking history or breaking records, but it is big time. He's only 23. Already a 2-division champion, 2-time champion of the world, and now getting an opportunity to unify. Sonny Edwards is a great fighter, and he's looking at the same thing. For him, it's huge too. So we know it's going to be a great fight.
You train a lot of the heavier divisions. Bam is a unique case for you. What makes him different from all the other fighters you train?
You know what? I enjoy it, because a lot of people, and I know a lot of trainers that won't take fighters under 135 or under 140. Why? Because the money is a lot less and there's water weight classes. But to us, to my son, my dad who's involved, we just want to help. We want to make champions. Kids that I known, since he was like 10 or 11. Then started training him at 15 through the amateurs. Then turning pro in Mexico, where we have to go through paying for the fights and getting opportunities, asking for favors and all that. To now a world champion, making very good money, unifying. So there's no better feeling than that. There's trainers that could be making millions and millions, with superstars and maybe with heavyweights. But for me, making a fighter that I met when he was 10 and had him, in his pro debut in Mexico, struggling through so many things with different promoters and asking for favors, and now to the point where we're at right now, it's already a home run for us. So I enjoy training Bam, and he's not the only one. My gym is full of little guys right now. There's a lot of 108s, 112s, 150s in my gym. I actually already had a champion. Carlos Licona, a 105-pounder. So I've had him before. Brian Villoria is my second world champion. When I first started early in the early 2000s, and he was my second world champion, and he was 108 too. So I enjoy it. It's fun. Definitely.
What makes Bam special?
Bam just has natural abilities, and with those natural abilities that he has, the dedication that he brings to boxing is just something you don't see very often. I'm fortunate enough to have very dedicated fighters. Jose Ramirez has always been very dedicated. Virgil Ortiz is one of the most dedicated guys in the gym, but Bam is one of those too. And with the talent and the technique that he has, just makes him even better. I enjoy every moment of it because I don't have to be pushing him. He knows what he needs to do, and he knows what he needs to work on, and I'm there to correct things and to help out. But those kids with that dedication just makes it a lot easier and funner because we don't have to worry about them not being in shape.
With this fight, he's fighting Sonny Edwards, who's a technically gifted boxer, but doesn't have the power, hasn't put away a lot of his opponents. Does that make preparation a little bit different for you guys, where you're kind of expected to walk through the punches and inflict your own damage?
We can think like that because in boxing, any punch could make a difference. Bam's last fight, never expected, and he ended up with a broken jaw. So it's just the way boxing is. One punch, it doesn't matter if the guy has no power, if the guy hits hard. Sometimes one punch landing in the right spot could do more damage than the one that has all the power in the world, because all the power in the world never lands. Bam fought Rungvisai, and a lot of people were telling me don't take the fight because that guy hits so hard, one punch can make a difference, and everybody knows the outcome. And then then Bam fights somebody who's not in the level of Rungvis's and walks out of the ring with a broken jaw. So with Sonny Edwards, we got to prepare for a solid fight, a real fight, because one punch could make a big damage. He doesn't have to be a powerful man to cause damage.
A lot of people probably have Bam sitting probably just outside of the top 10 of the pound for pound list. Do you see this win putting him in the top 10?
Well, you know what? The thing is that there's so much talent right now in boxing. There's so much talent that everybody's going to give you a different opinion. I think in the 80s and 90s, like we all knew when Whitaker was number one, when De La Hoya was number one, when Mayweather, all the years that Mayweather ruled. Right now it's hard. Right now it's so difficult. There's so much talent that it's hard to pick your top 10 because everybody has a different opinion. But do I believe Bam belongs in there, especially after this next win with already a 2-division champion, unified champion, 3-time champion of the world? Definitely, I believe he belongs in the top 10. But it depends on who you ask, because there's just so much talent.
How do you see the fight unfolding? What's the perfect scenario script for you?
No, it'll be a great fight. I think Sonny's going to come to fight his game. If he's saying what he's saying during all this time up to the fight, then he's going to go out there and try to back it up. So he's going to put up a good fight. I think it'll be a great fight. I see Bam breaking him down, good body shots, cutting the ring and landing good punches and winning with clear decision or stoppage in the late rounds.